Good evening and welcome to Horror Time. This is another episode of Scary Stories to fall asleep to. Before we get into tonight's episode, remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. And now, without further ado, tonight's story. Graveyard Stories by Necessary Lab 3624 from Reddit/True Scary Stories. I'm a graveyard enthusiast. I love the quiet atmosphere and the beautiful landscaping, making it a great place for reflective walks. One hot day, I wanted to sit down, but the only option besides the ground was a crypt that sat alone at the fork of one of the paths. Out of respect, I said, "Please, may I sit here and rest for a while," as I climbed on top. Almost immediately, I felt 2 knocks from beneath me. I told myself it was just my imagination, but then I felt 2 more knocks. I said out loud, "I mean no disrespect. Knock twice more if you want me to leave." There was a hesitation, then 2 distinct hard knocks hit me right where I was sitting. I quickly said, Okay, I'm going," and left. Lol. Another time, I visited near dusk. I've walked through the children's section many times before and seen the toys people have placed on the graves. Some of these toys look over 50 years old. This night, instead of just walking past, I stopped and thanked the children for coming here and trying to fulfill their destiny in some way, telling them I was sorry their lives were cut short. As soon as I said, "Rest in peace," one of those old decrepit toys began to flash little lights and play music. My significant other noped all the way back to the car. I actually stayed and tried to talk, but nothing else happened. Lastly, I visited a different graveyard, this time an old Moravian graveyard, with graves dating back to the 1500s, maybe earlier, but I couldn't read them all. The graveyard has huge hills, with mausoleums tucked into them. I like to sit on top of one and look out over the whole place. It's very serene. On this day, I sat up there and watched a fox, spinning in circles way down at the bottom of the hill. It seemed confused, like it had rabies. I didn't want to move until it left, so I waited. Suddenly, a woman appeared out of nowhere, though I could see the whole place, and walked toward a grave near where the fox was spinning around. I got worried for her and stood up to shout that there was a rabid fox and she should run away. But when I stood up, she was gone. I waited for the fox to reappear, but it had vanished too. Just like that, they were both gone. I cautiously climbed down and went to the spot where I had seen it all happen. No woman, no fox, nothing but quiet graves and beautiful flowers. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Horror Time. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more videos. Have a great evening, stay safe, and good night.